The greatest damage from the 5.6 magnitude earthquake on Monday afternoon was in Cianjur, a city south of Jakarta where 31 people are still missing. November 22, 2022, 11:19 a.m. UTC. The death toll from an earthquake on the Indonesian island of Java has risen to at least 252, officials said Tuesday, after rescuers recovered more bodies from the rubble of collapsed buildings. The greatest damage from the 5.6 magnitude earthquake on Monday afternoon was in Cianjur, a city south of Jakarta. Local officials announced the higher death toll in an Instagram post, up from 162 the night before. They said 31 people were still missing and hundreds had been injured. Rescue efforts were aided on Tuesday by improvements in power supplies and phone communications and the arrival of heavy equipment to help move debris. Trucks from Jakarta also delivered food, tents, blankets, and other supplies to people housed in temporary shelters. Some people may remain trapped under the rubble, said Endra Atmawijaya, the Public Works and Housing spokesperson. We are racing against time to rescue people, he said. President Joko Widodo visited survivors in Cianjur on Tuesday, promising to rebuild infrastructure and provide up to 50 million rupiah, $3,180, to each resident whose house was damaged. On behalf of myself and on behalf of the government, I would like to express my deep condolences to the victims and their families, he said. Indonesia's location on the Ring of Fire and arc of volcanoes and fault lines in the Pacific Basin, makes it prone to disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions. A 6.2 magnitude earthquake in West Sumatra province killed at least 25 people in February, while an earthquake the same size killed more than 100 people last year in the province of West Sulawesi. More than 2,800 homes were damaged in the earthquake, according to the Cianjur government Instagram post. A man inspecting the damage a day after the earthquake. Thousands of people spent the night outdoors for fear of aftershocks. The body of a young earthquake victim being prepared for burial in Cianjur on Tuesday. Many of those who died were students taking after-school lessons at Islamic schools that collapsed, according to Ridwan Kamil, the governor of West Java province. Kamil said that more than 13,000 people whose homes were heavily damaged were taken to evacuation centers. Buildings were completely flattened, said Dwi Sarmadai, who works for an Islamic educational foundation in a neighboring district. Villagers carry an injured victim on Tuesday. Hospitals were overwhelmed with patients, many of whom waited for treatment outside. A villager carries the body of his dead son on Tuesday. People trying to salvage belongings from their damaged house. The people of Cianjur, who are known for their piety, live mostly in towns of 1- and 2-story buildings and in smaller homes in the surrounding countryside. Arita Yamamoto contributed.